Hi, I want to welcome everybody to our Ascend Global Services webinar. My name is Jeff Manco. I'm out of the Cleveland, Ohio market. It's my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker for this evening. His name is Mr. Kevin Gantos. He's the president of Ascend Global Services. I want to give you a little bit of background on Kevin. Kevin has built many multi-million-dollar companies outside of network marketing. And inside of network marketing, he's built organizations of over tens of thousands of representatives all across the United States and the world. And in Ascend Global Services, he is the president. And without further ado, I want to go ahead and introduce Mr. Kevin Gantos.
Thank you, Jeff. Great to be on tonight's webinar. Just enjoy sharing this information. And it's hard to believe we've been together literally 20-some years. And I'll tell you, I'm sure the Cleveland's treating you well. Can't wait to be out there. I know we're looking for a target date of June 22nd to be out there, do a big event. I just got a text in from Sabrina for San Diego for March 30th as well. So things are really getting hot. Excited about us running together. More importantly, you got some great leaders. I know you got national director in your organization, multiple regional directors that were promoted out, team leaders, executive team leaders. And I know there's guests on tonight's webinar right now that are don't even know what any of that means. You will in a little bit as I share this information. And brother, what can I say? Thank you for bringing me on, Jeff. And I'm going to roll right into the information. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. Well, I couldn't be any more excited about sharing it. This first slide that you see right now is just shows you basically our product mix, how big the pie is that we're participating in, because it is so important. You know, there's companies that rise and fall on one product, and in doing so, you know, obviously it doesn't create a legacy company, which is what we want to be able to build here for you, for the people that are looking. You know, CBD oil right now is a $3 billion. If you don't know what that means, it's an incredible product. It's totally organic. You can't hallucinate from it whatsoever. It's just basically a commercial hemp plant with that the product is derived from. It's helping. Go to our website, look for the testimonies. It's amazing what it's doing. We have children that are taking it, that it's obviously reducing the stuttering. We have the elderly that are reducing the inflammation. That alone. Moringa products, as a matter of fact, John Marks and myself, being the principals of the company, we actually took this product on. We originally launched back in January of last year. If you can believe that, we're actually moving to our 14th month, rolling out of our 14th month, actually. But this product, I lost literally close to 20 pounds. I know John did as well. As a matter of fact, I know his wife, Media, was talking exactly about that. Wow, and his young sons as well. So excited about that product. Totally nutritional. Our whole premise, so you understand, is about being healthy and wealthy, and whether that's financially, spiritually, physically, that's really the goal here, and financially, right? So $6 billion in credit restoration. We have the guy, the go-to guy, Dr. Michael Grayson, CDMI, which is our credit restoration program here. I know our director of travel, actually our director of training, I should say, is using them right now. So I'm looking forward to that beta test. I know one of our regional directors out of Los Angeles, Bobby Van, used it, got his credit score up. Incredible job as well. And Bobby's actually also a casting director and a producer. We're putting together actually a reality show, The Making of AGS. So I can't wait for that to roll out. And of course, cryptocurrency. Matter of fact, Dr. Deborah Dancy out of the East Coast came on board when she saw we were marketing cryptocurrency January 31st of last year, and totally changed the face of our business. Incredible leader. So glad to have her on board. And it was great seeing her actually when we did an event out in the East Coast. So look at this industry. As a matter of fact, in 2008, this industry didn't even exist. And here we are 300 billion later, and that's exactly what we're looking to happen in the CBD oil as well. And of course, travel, what can I say about travel is it's the mother lode. I mean, $7.6 trillion alone. And what's the point of this slide? When you add it all together, that's the market, that's the pie AGS has moving into the new millennium. And so that's really a big statement. That's over $8 trillion up for grabs. And why is that relevant? Well, if I told everybody today the industry we were involved in was $1 million industry and there were 1 million people that came on board, the most you could carve away from that would be $1, right? We're talking $8 trillion. And to put that in perspective, right, you know, obviously $1 billion, I'll put it in perspective. I give everybody $1 billion today and said, here's the goal. You're allowed to spend $1,000 a day. That would be over $30,000 a month. Great income, correct? But you know how long it would take you to spend $1 billion? It would take you 2,700 years to spend 1 billion. So hopefully that hits home. We're talking 8 trillion. So just 1,000 times a billion, and then another 8 times that. That's the pie we're in, because we want to build a legacy company. And the way you do that is obviously with the right bench strength, the right management team. And that's probably the part I'm most excited about. These next 10 people you look at, obviously yours truly is in there, but these next people that you look at are really already have prior success. A lot of them don't even need to be here. Right place, right time. As a matter of fact, if I take John Mark's story, Rags to Riches story, it's a prime example. The first 13 years of his life, he lived in Portugal, literally had no shoes on his feet. True statement, had no shoes on his feet. Came to this country, hit the ground running, had to go through the barriers of understanding the culture, language barrier, all of those things, and literally built the trucking empires, what brought him to the dance out of New Jersey. And really, what do I mean by that? Well, of course, it went into education, a trucking school, truck leasing company, and from there went into a health franchise company that's actually a restaurant chain throughout the United States as a majority shareholder, and now opening up these branches all over the military, helping obviously our military. Great job there. But one of his passions in his life was to help thousands of people, right? And the only way he saw he could do that was through the direct sales industry, as well as myself. And of course, obviously saw an opportunity with AGS. We were brought together. As a matter of fact, him and I through a mutual friend. And here we are today. And the objective, and of course, you might have heard Zig Ziglar make a statement: if you help enough people get what they want, eventually get what you want. But our premise is a little bit more than that. We just really just want to help people win. Jeff had already mentioned my background. I've been in traditional business for 30-some years, direct sales for 20-some years, and we marry those two industries together with perfect timing, with the right product mix to make all that difference. And I couldn't be any more excited about where we're at. I look at Roscoe Thompson, again, another individual. We've been together for 20-some years, director of training, trained by the best of the best. You might have heard of Anthony Robbins, John Maxwell, Darren Hardy, Jim Rohn, all of it. These are people we actually saw live. As a matter of fact, Roscoe actually did advanced training courses with some of these people. Robert Kiyosaki, Anthony Robbins, I might already mention that, and the list goes on. So excited about him being on board. Actually, the first national director in the company, first executive team leader, first regional director, and of course now we have many NDs and many regional directors, but just a great asset to the company. Ms. Connie Reeves, passionate about obviously the churches or organizations out there, raising funds for those organizations, or actually any nonprofit, and is a director of Ascensor, been there since the beginning. We liken her to the first lady of the company, just become a dear friend, great leader. Also at the pin level, national director as well. We have Natalie Hall, did an incredible job last Thursday. This young lady, literally 11 years ago, got started in the direct sales industry with an Inc. 500, Inc. 5000 company 9 years in a row. Started out at the very bottom in that department, grew that department where she had 100 people in the call center, 10 key people that facilitated that. And she's actually putting together infrastructure, content, and everything to help people move forward in our AGS opportunities. So again, remember, we're moving into our, closing on our 14th month in business. So just watch what happens. Just really excited about that. Well, this next page, again, just an incredible group of people. Sabrina Alt, our director of True Hemp. This is a serial entrepreneur, a published author, an attorney, and an engineer, believe it or not, and a millionaire. She just sold a wedding facility that her and her family grew from the ground up for millions of dollars. And of course, again, doesn't have to be here, but excited about our product mix. We collaborated back in May, created the True Hemp brand, and have been off to the races ever since. So glad to have her on board. Also hit national director, and can't wait to do an event, give her awards along with her team. She has an Army regional directors and national directors of the organization as well. And of course, that leads us to Kevin Fitzgerald, who actually met through Sabrina and is now our director of travel. He's been in this space his whole life, literally his whole life, believes in travel and the credibility of travel and making sure we're doing it the right way. And a matter of fact, we're on the verge of our re-rollout of our travel vertical, and could be more excited. As a matter of fact, John and I were just talking the other day, and they were looking for a trip to go to Disneyland. And Kevin actually, they reached out to Kevin, and Kevin saved them thousands and thousands of dollars. I mean, just that alone. It's about the right person in the right place at the right time. So we got training decks. Our model is to be able to cruise for the cause, And beyond that, of course, is show people how to be able to travel for free based on the programs that we're rolling out. And couldn't be any more excited. And, of course, this is a guy who's also built organizations of thousands of representatives. As a matter of fact, in a prior direct sales company, he built a team of 9,000 people. Not too bad. Most people build an organization of, 30 to 40 people. You can do the math on that. Sabrina's done the same. Marilyn Madero, what can I say about her? Our director of the Philippines. She's like my sister as well. Resides out in Nevada. Came to her through Connie Reeves. As a matter of fact, Marilyn knew us prior, became dear friends. This young lady built an organization with her leadership of over 100,000 people. Trust me, that's a big deal in a prior company. So glad to have her on board here. And, of course, Mr. Earl Miller, what can I say? He's our director of the Bahamas. Half the time he's in the Bahamas, half the time he's in Florida. Just hit national director. Couldn't be any more excited. Incredible leader. Actually promoted out 3 regional directors. Great job on his part. And, of course, Jean-Miller Autor working on our project in Haiti and how we're going to roll that out. And glad to have him on board. He's built organizations of thousands of people as well. So there's the 10 core people. If you took collectively, obviously the sales through this whole group would be over $1 billion. Representatives of this group close to 200,000 people. And here we are 14 months strong coming into this and just getting rolling. And we wanted to, last year was about making sure that the car ran great, right? This year is really about the paint job, as I like to say, and couldn't be any more excited about what we have to share. Which leads us right in probably one of the most amazing things we have, cutting edge, and that is our product line about health, right? So if we look at Moringa, that brought us to the dance of nutrition, do your Google search on that. We have companies that have just focused on Moringa and built $100 million companies just this product alone. And we're priced right, we're competitive, and of course that leads into our CBD line. Do your homework on this. It's really about from the commercial hemp plant, not cannabis, but the commercial hemp plant, which means you could drink 20 bottles of this and not feel anything other than healthy, right? We have products, of course, edibles we just rolled out, which is our toffee. You will see that here, coffee, as well as CBD pet treats. We even just rolled out gummies. So great stuff. Our salve and our cream and our tinctures and our soft gels. It's amazing, again, the testimonies. We got people that just flat out getting healthy, and that's probably one of our greatest things here that we have to offer. And, of course, I already alluded to the travel club. Here's what's relevant about this. I'll share a personal story beyond John and Kevin, of course, saving them thousands on their Disney trip. But myself, my wife, and I, we were looking to just, get away for about, 7 days is what we were looking to do, basically 7 days and 6 nights. And we wanted to do something local where we weren't flying all over the place. So there's a drive, about an 8-hour drive away, Puerto Penasco, at this beautiful Mayan Palace Resort. Retail for a week is about $4,000. You could pretty much, if you did your homework, find it for around $2,500 for the week. But because of the way we're positioned with the vendors that we're affiliated with, you ready for this? That whole week, 7 days and 6 nights, for a condo suite, not a hotel room, but a condo suite, multiple pools, right there on the water, multiple restaurants, beautiful resort. Look it up, Mayan Palace Resort, Puerto Penasco, for $198, not one night, for all 7 days and 6 nights. You heard me right. So we're excited about that product as well. So what good is it if you're healthy and wealthy, but you don't have nothing to do? Well, that rolls us right into the wealthy part. How do you make money here? Obviously, in AGS is just amazing. Look, if you go out there and you market a product, right, you get 100% in the retail commissions, 100% of retail commissions. Look, this is huge. So if you market Moringa, Travel, or True Hemp, I'm going to use an example. The 500 milligram is kind of the example I'm going to use throughout the presentation. So kind of focus on the slide a little bit here. Retail is $89. If you go to the site, it's $89. If you're a distributor in our company, you get it wholesale for $59. Well, let's say one of your family members goes to your website after you enroll as a distributor, and they buy a bottle. Now, first off, they're going to see this bottle for typically around $100 everywhere else. They're going to get ours is a full spectrum, very, very important CBD oil, full spectrum, meaning the whole plant is thrown into there, not a portion of it, right? And so at 500 milligrams is $89. So that's already a great price retail. Wholesale is $59. So let's say Johnny went onto your website and bought it for $89. He's happy to because it's already a great price for a good product. You would make $30. You just earned $30 from that. You didn't have anything to do with it. He bought it. You went on there, bought a bottle, it was shipped to them, you didn't even have to worry about that, and you got paid at $30 in commission. What happens if someone buys 5 bottles this month or 10 bottles this month through your website? That's an extra $150 to $300 that month alone. We have people that are literally making $1,500 orders, $1,800 orders out of the East Coast and here in San Diego as well in these things. And imagine getting paid a commission on that, right? So here's the next thing that matters. Well, by default, people that are onboarding because they see a great product, they buy it retail, they like the product, they want to buy wholesale. When they buy wholesale, they need to become a distributor. When they do that, they become part of your team. That might not even been your intent, but just by default, look what happens here. Let's say you enroll me and Connie into your organization, right? So I would be an IBO, which stands for Independent Business Owner. Connie's also an independent business owner. Congratulations, you now become a team leader and you participate in our 90-day bonus program. What does that mean? Well, if you hit this PIN level in your first 30 days and maintain it for 2 calendar months thereafter, right? Guess what? You get paid another $100 bonus on top of the residuals, on top of the retail commissions. Plus, as a matter of fact, Jeff Manko brought me on the line. He was on a leadership call last Thursday, and because he owned a home-based business, just like you own a home-based business, and he works at the Ford plant out of Cleveland, Ohio, he got actually an extra $3,700 back specifically because he owned a home-based business. And that's a powerful statement in itself. So what do you think will happen? Well, I'm in your group. Connie's in your group, right? Because we wanted to buy the product. And now we have family and friends that are buying the product through our website. And in this example, of course, they are buying retail. We're buying wholesale. And because of that, now we're getting residuals. So what does residual mean? This is life-changing income. This is a kind of like a royalty from an album or a movie. Once you get paid month after month after month, providing people buy the product month after month, right? So in this example, Connie and myself land on your level 1. And notice your payout percentage is 10%. And there's a thing called commission value, right? It's the part that's allotted for you to make commission on, right? Obviously, the company has to buy the product. We have to pay the merchant fees. We have to pay for fulfillment. We have to pay for all these things, right? So there is a portion that's put out, typically 50% on our tinctures, just for a rule of thumb here. But in this example, everyone has a gold auto ship, which is $59.95, which means you get your 500 milligram bottle shipped out to you every month, included in that $59.95. Plus, you get a home-based business that provides tax shelters and an online website for people to buy product through where you get paid your 100% in commissions. And of course, imagine you're selling only one bottle a month to a family member or a friend, right? That would create $60 in commission value. Now, I don't need to say that again. I want you to get that part of this presentation because it's going to go throughout the whole presentation. Just remember that number. In this example, the payout amount would be $6 because of me being in your group on level 1 and Connie being in your group on level 1. There we are, right? You now make $12 a month plus your $30 that's being sold a month, right? Someone's buying something through your website. That's $42 a month in residuals. Look at this. So now guess what happens? Connie does the same thing. I do the same thing. I enroll 2 people, right? I want to make my $100. Connie wants to make her $100. And because you did that in your first 60 days, you get another $200 for a total of $300, another $200 in our 90-day bonus program. So you get this done in your first 60 days, maintain it for 2 calendar months thereafter, you get another $200. Congratulations. And you only spent either $50, $60, or $70 to get started with an online store, right, and having a home-based business. This is so neat because when I saw this part, and when I was coming into the industry back on December 18th, 1995, I'm dating myself, I just could not believe this part of it because I didn't have to worry about employees. I don't have to worry about any of the things that go with the traditional business. The organization grows exponentially, providing the company has a good product, right, that people want to talk about, and a compensation plan that people want to talk about. So now guess what happens? You went executive team leader. Well, now Connie and I want to do the same thing, but here's the good news. Now you have the 4 people, see the 4 people below Connie and I, right, now land on your second level. So there's 4 people at 10% payout is $6, right, per. That's $24. Plus your $30 that you're getting in retail commissions, that's $66 a month, which means your auto ship is now paid for. The average auto ship is $59.95. You're basically in business for free at this point. Pretty amazing, right? You help two people get two people, and you're good to go. Amazing, right? So now you're $66 a month, plus you're in line up for $300 in bonuses as well. And, of course, that leads you to the next PIN level, which is regional director. And now we help our two people go executive team leader. And in doing so, congratulations, you got another $400, and you did this in your first 90 days. So month one, you went team leader. Month two, you went executive team leader. Month three, you went regional director. That's another $400 for a total of $700 because you're participating in a 90-day bonus program, and you maintain regional director for 2 calendar months thereafter. And congratulations, $700 is coming to you the following month. So you can't get any better than that. But here's what's neat. Now you have people two on level one, right? You got 4 people on level 2. And now look at this. You literally got 8 people on level 3. And so there you have it. Level 3, 5%, right? You get paid 5%. That works out, payout amount is $3. It's another $24. Remember, your auto ship was only $60. It's all it cost to get started. You're already 50% to the good in profitability. You're at $90 a month already. And you didn't enroll all these people. You enrolled Connie and I. And through us, because of the product, because of the support, you're now making residuals. So here's what's neat. Man, I can't wait for you to see the slide. If you had one more person, it'll amaze you, right? But if you look to the right, look, in everybody's auto ship, level 1 is open up, level 2 is open up, level 3 is open up, which means you're already starting out of the gate the ability to earn this per month. Plus, think about it, you made $700 in bonuses and $90 a month in residuals so far, and you're just getting started. Here's what's neat. Now, of course, I go regional director, Connie goes regional director, and now you're a national director. We just promoted out literally 6 of them here recently. Great to have that happen here, of course. And you do that in your first 4 months, you get another $800. So, and plus you get paid through all 7 levels, which you'll see on the next slide. That's $1,500 from the 90-day bonus program because you maintain those PIN levels 2 calendar months after you hit them. And in doing so, you got paid an extra $1,500 on top of the residuals. So here's a prime example. If you look to the right, if you look over personal customers or PIN level requirements, look all the way down, 7 total customers. This unit level is 7 levels. And by hitting national director, all 7 levels are open. You don't need to enroll 20 people, 30 people, 50 people. You only enroll 2 people. That was Connie and myself. And because of your team grew and you went ND, 2 getting 2, here's what happened. You now became a national director. And because of that, all 7 levels are opened up in the unit level. Plus, you got a pay raise residually. You're at $138. Obviously, you no longer pay for your auto ship. You got a home-based business like Jeff did, got an extra $3,700 because most people are doing this part-time on top of church, family, job. Remember, you didn't spend a whole lot of time enrolling me and Connie. I mean, we only paid either 50, 60, or 70 to get started to have an online business marketing one of the hottest products, a bar none, whether that's CBD oil or that's travel, we got it. And so here you are residually, right? Simply now those 8 leads you to another 2 people, and now you're $138 a month. Remember, your auto ship was only $59.95, so now you're profitable. Here's what happens when your organization opens up, right? So now your organization, you're a national director at this point, you made up to $1,500 in bonuses. Your monthly auto ship was only $59.95 to maintain your business. That's covered. Plus, remember, you're getting a 500 milligram bottle shipped out to you. So you're getting basically a $90 bottle for $60 a month. Oh, by the way, the business is included for free. Pretty much is what we're talking about. And as 2 getting 2 rolls out, you're making an extra $2,200 a month. Not too bad considering all you're doing is marketing 1 bottle a month of CBD oil, right? And making sure your auto ship is current. Your team is doing the same. Now, you see what happened here? So we took the 5% from level 3 and 5% from level 4 and pushed it to level 7 because we already have the most people. You want to get paid 10% on 8 people, or you want to get paid 20% on 128 people. So add it up, and there you are. You're at over $2,000 a month, right? In residuals alone. That has nothing to do with the bonuses. That has nothing to do with 100% in retail commissions that you receive every month as well. So as your unit level opens up, We got national directors that literally have just a few people in the organization making $1,000 on team leaders, for goodness sakes, which is beautiful about our compensation plan. But I want you to see what happens when you add one person. So remember, this is you just enrolled Connie and me, but what happens if you enroll Jeff as your third person? Look at the bottom line by enrolling just one more person. You've got to get that on the next slide. Look at what happened. You went from $2,220 to getting two 7 levels, but when you have three getting three, your income goes from $2,220 to $32,500 a month. Not $2,000 a month, but $30,000 a month. That's the power of adding one more person to your organization. And I just did a training on the Power One, so you can get that. It's a training resource. You can come on as a distributor. So very, very important to understand the difference of just adding one more person. Well, it gets better than that. Because you added one more person, the top 4 pin levels require 3 lines of business, and look what happens. So now you get lifestyle bonus. So on top of the $30,000 that you saw a month, on top of the quick start bonus you got of $1,500 going national director, and of course starting to add one more person, look what happens. At this point, look at your organization. At 300 people in your team, you get an extra $1,000 a month. That's a lifestyle bonus. Some companies call them a car allowance. What would you do with a $1,000 a month car allowance? What kind of car would you drive? It's here, except you get to spend on whatever you want to, right? Remember, your 3 people led you to 30 people when you went national director. That led you to 300 people to go silver ambassador, and those people led you to another 600 for a total of 900 people in your team. Remember, you only enrolled 3. You got to remember that part. That's the power of network marketing, making sure there's a product and a system that's in place and a compensation plan that drives the right behavior. So now you become a gold ambassador, an extra $1,500, but we're just looking the average here. If you only got $3 to $5 per representative, what would that be in extra income per year? You're pushing, you can make up to $100,000 in that pin level alone. What happens when you have 3,000 people? As we showed the 3 getting 3 in the prior slide. If you add that up, 3 plus the 9 plus the 27 plus the 81 and all of that, that's exactly where you'd be at. Just the residuals alone on that's $30,000 a month, right? Plus you get an extra lifestyle bonus of $3,000. You're at $35,000 a month when you add the 2 together, right? A month. What if you miss this by 90%? Would an extra $3,500 a month on top of what you're currently doing do this? Let's say instead of 3,000 people, right? 1 out of 10 did it. But here's what's neat. From the 3,000, now think about it. Kevin or Marilyn or myself or Roscoe, Sabrina, many of the leaders, I know John Mueller as well. We built organizations of thousands of representatives. As a matter of fact, the last team that I built was about 15,000 people. And here we have 9,000 here, so that's about half of that. And an extra $10,000 a month by simply going presidential diamond. Remember, you enrolled 3. That led you to the 30, that led you to the 300, that led you to the 3,000, that led you to the 9,000. You enrolled 3, and your team duplicated out. Again, 10,000, do the math on that. You were excited at 30-some thousand. If you do 5 times this, do the math. You're basically at $60,000 a month. That's almost $750,000 a year at this pin level alone. And again, if you missed it by 90%, would an extra $70,000 a year make a difference in your life? We already know the answer to that. Absolutely. That's money coming in month after month after month. How fast would you pay down your mortgage? How fast would you pay off your car notes or your children's student loans and all of that? Because you still have your existing income. At this point, you probably would transition full time. Well, here we go. You can start your business as little. Right now, we have a promo that's in place where it's basically auto ship only. We got a lot of mileage out of it. You can start your business for as little as $49.95, $59.95, or $69.95. And when you spend that money, it's not like you're getting just the business for it. You're actually getting a $90 bottle shipped out to you, 500 milligram at the gold package. You have a travel club where you're in position at the $69.95 Travel 100 Club, where you can talk about exactly what I talked about, the getaway weeks. Instead of spending $4,000 retail or even at a great price of $2,500 in Puerto Penasco, like I talked about my wife and I, we have deals where you can get that week for $200. Is that worth the price of admission? Think about it. Silver, you're getting a Moringa product and a Travel Club 50 as well, and the ability to build an organization. So how does all this work? Well, very simply, it's all about the support. We have weekly conference calls every Monday and Thursday evening. Monday night is for everybody. Thursday night is locker room leadership. Webinar trainings. You're listening to one right now. Webinar Wednesday is what we call it. Every Wednesday night there's a training. As a matter of fact, we have a training coming up here as well. Tomorrow, I should say, Webinar Wednesday. The next one is going to be on the 90-day blitz. It's going to show you how to get momentum in your organization, done by yours truly. So we have the weekly leadership calls, which are on Thursdays, training tools and reporting, all done in your back office. Literally, go to training in your back office, training resources. You'll see the videos and the documents and everything necessary for you to win in a big way. Local events, we have them happening all over the country here, even in the Bahamas. You want to plug into those events. Regional events, actually, I'm going to be doing 7 cities very soon, as I alluded to earlier on. It looks like March 30th for San Diego. Looks like June 22nd for Cleveland, and we're getting the other dates as well. Pretty sure July 17th, if I'm not mistaken, in Florida, that Earl had said would be a good date, or the 22nd, one of those dates. But I think it's going to be in July as well. Plenty of time to build to those events. And, of course, all of that is going to go to our national event, which is going to be held in Vegas. And that's when we break out at least the minimum of 3 silver ambassadors of the Gold Ambassador family. Remember, we're 14 months strong here, right? It takes time to build that. You don't do that overnight. And, of course, when that happens, we're going to have a big event. We're going to have training from the stage from your ambassadors, training from the stage with the huge PowerPoints on the backstage. They're going to be carried on the stage like I was back in the day, with my song playing and, of course, a speech with my beautiful bride next to me. And, of course, a bouquet of roses was given to her. It was just a great moment. About 10,000 people there. And what a great event. So we can't wait for you to do that as well. So, again, let's recap real quick. Obviously, step one really is to share the products and services, right? Enjoy the benefit. Maybe you're on this webinar tonight, and, there's typically 3 kinds of people. Number one says, are you kidding me? I'm on board. You mean I could start a CBD online business where I get paid 100% of the retail commissions for $60 and I get a 500 milligram bottle shipped to me? The answer is, yeah, you're number one. You're on board. Number 2 says, you know what? Man, I like what I'm seeing. I still got some questions. Great. Get back to the person that invited you. And number 3 says, you know what? I don't know if I want to start a home-based business, but I'll at least try out the product. And so if you're number 3, get back to your friend. Buy the product through the website. Your friend will make 100% in the retail commission, whether you're buying the Moringa, the True Hemp, the products that we have. So really do that. And 80% of the people that try our product, that use our product, love the results so much that they want to buy it through us. And in doing so, they become a distributor, getting it for wholesale and letting their family and friends buy it retail, and doing so, offsetting any cost on a monthly basis from owning your AGS business. Okay? So if you're, again, a number 1, welcome aboard, share the products. Number 2, hit team leader in your first 30 days. That's introducing this to 2 people. Remember, they only have to enroll for $50, $60, or $70 one-time enrollment right there, and then they have the auto ship thereafter. But the bottom line is, where can you start an online business? For this part, we actually get a $90 bottle shipped out to you for $60 or 500 milligram True Hemp product, full spectrum, right? Step 3, help your 2 people to do the same so they can get their $100 bonuses and participate in our 90-day bonus program. It's just that simple, okay? And in doing so, you'll make another $200. Remember, you only spent typically $60 is what the average person spends to get started here. They typically pick the gold package. You spent $60, but you got $300 back, plus you're getting paid residuals every month in this example that are offsetting your monthly, plus the commissions you're getting from people buying from your website. Again, hopefully this makes sense. I was glad to share the information. Remember, our goal and objective is to support you, right? More importantly, beyond that, the enrollment is as little as $49.59 or $69.95. And again, identify which person you are. You need a number 1, a number 2, or number 3, whatever number you are. Thank you for taking the time to look at this information. Excited about all the markets I'll be going out, giving out all the awards, the Eagle Awards to all the national directors, the Diamond Awards, of course, to all the newly promoted regional directors, and all the pins for the team leaders and executive team leaders. We love you guys. Thank you for taking the time out being on tonight's webinar. This does conclude tonight's webinar. This is Kevin Gantos, AGS President, signing out. Take care, and God bless.